Everybody to our second video of how to create Tableau dashboards. And so the last video I showed you how to visualize geospatial data, longitude in the columns shelf and latitude in the row shelf, and also how to effectively create good tooltips, how to utilize tooltips effectively. And also the details and colors in the marks card. And so now we're going to put all this information, all these worksheets into one dashboard view. And so you can see here that I already created a bar graph here of average LBI property assessment by home state. And just to reiterate, the purpose of this dashboard is to identify the primary residence locations by state of secondary LBI homeowners for online real estate advertisement. Considering that most homeowners on Long Beach Island, that's their second home, so their primary residence is either it's another state or northern New Jersey, in other states being New York, Pennsylvania, New England, etc. We want to know where these where their primary residences are in order to target other people in that area via online advertisements. And so you can see here average LBI property assessment, and so by targeting you can target certain clientele based off of the value of the LBI property you're trying to sell. So a $300,000. So if a home on Long Beach Island is $500,000, then you wouldn't want to be targeting the homeowners that own $1 million homes that they locate on LBI, that their primary residence is in New York. You want to be targeting the other similar homeowners in certain states that have a similar affluent status. And so let's see here. So I have the bar graph here. I also have the text table as well, the text table header, and also the text box. And so let's go ahead and first, let me delete this. Let me create it from scratch here. So dashboard 1, let's first change the size to automatic. I know the other guy in the other tutorial, he's not a fan of the automatic, but I personally don't have any problems with the automatic, at least in my experience. With the exception of the text box. The text box will keep separate, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And so let's see. Let's go ahead and let's start adding all our worksheets. So we'll do the bar graph first, and then the geospatial view second. And so what we're going to do is we want the bar graph on top and the geospatial view on the bottom. So if you go over here and you bring the geospatial towards the bottom, you'll eventually see the gray box, and that's when the gray box is on the bottom of the dashboard, and that's when it'll click into area here. And now we can just remove the legend for now. Just bear with me, but just do this, and there's a rational reason for doing so. So let's see here. So now let's start adding our filters. So you can see here, like we want to filter. So then both the bar graph and the LBI geospatial dashboard is filtered at the same time based on our filter conditions. So let's see here. Let's go to filters, and these data fields are available to filter because they're already in here. So if you want to filter by the town, LBI town, and LBI town here, and you'll see your locations. Click all. And then home state, of course, home state. So that's our calculated field. We want the home state data field with the little globe. And let's see. So let's think about what we're trying to accomplish with this dashboard and then apply it to the filters. So first we want we want to exclude year-round homeowners on LBI, which are residents that their home state is in New Jersey. But we want to, what if we, if we filter out New Jersey, that would filter out people in North Jersey as well. And so what we want to do is we want to filter out the home zip of 08008 and 08006, which are the zip codes of Long Beach Island. Let's see, let's do this. So highlight all, select all, 08006 and 08008. We're not going to include. And then if you notice on the tooltip here, this will tell you how many addresses consist of each state. And so it looks like there's a guy or girl that's pretty rich in Oklahoma. And so their median LBI property assessment, I think this is average, right? This is average. The average property assessment for this one guy is a $2 million home. You know, and he lives, primary residence is in Oklahoma, has a house on LBI. Montana, Rhode Island, there's 3 people. Montana, that's Maine. Maine's $1 million. But it looks like our Texas now we have 13. That's compelling information that we can use. But one or two residences I don't think is a good qualifier for this. 38. Colorado, that's Connecticut. That makes sense. North Carolina, 13. New Jersey, 2,200, obviously. Pennsylvania, 627. So the point is that these states that only have 1 or 2 residences that these people are coming from, it's not good. It's not very useful information. So we can actually filter. I'm going to say states that have greater than include only states that have greater than 10 homeowners. And so this is home address. So we're going to bring home address to the filters. Click OK. And then we're going to change this to a measure, count distinct. And then we're going to bring the range up to 10 to 2291. Now we can see here that our bar graph is more effective now from a interpreting our data standpoint. That's good. Looking pretty. So now let's go ahead and add these filters. LBI town, home state. And then the other one I want to add is the last sale date. So if we go to data sources, the last sale date is type string. So we need to convert this to a date, which Tableau does very well. And then we'll add the last sale date here, month and year. Include all these. Now we can filter by last sale date. Let's edit the title of the filter here. So now pay attention very closely, because this is the formatting best practices that will make your filters look pretty. And so what you want to do for these multiple values here, you want to change this to the drop down. So now when you drop down, now you can just now the options aren't just on a list, but they're in a drop down menu, much cleaner. And if you see here that, like, if you select and deselect, changes automatically. Well, this is just preference, but if you have a large data set imported, that this can take a very long amount of time. And what if you want to select and deselect more than one of your options before you want to commence the query? So you can go here, customize, and show apply button. And so now you can select and deselect, and then hit apply at your own command. So I like doing that. And finally, so you can see here that these filters only affect the bar graph, but what if we want it to affect the geospatial as well? That's the main purpose of the dashboard. So what you want to do for each filter, the filtering conditions defaults to only this worksheet. We want to collect all using this data source. Now you're going to see here that the ship bottom towns are all here in orange. If I include just ship bottom, the geospatial view only show homes in ship bottom. And then also, and the bar graph changes as well. And also, I like clicking only relevant values. And so let's say only relevant values means that if there's one filter condition, then that's applied, and then, hold on, all values in database. So ship bottom is selected, right? Just ship bottom. But what if there's no homeowners in ship bottom that are from Colorado? Well, if this all values in database is selected, then this filter won't be affected. But if we select only relevant values, now you can see that all the states that don't have homeowners on LBI on ship bottom are removed from the filter. Same thing goes with LBI last sale date. And so now we can add our legend. The reason being that there was no legend option here is we need to add LBI town to the color. Now we can select color legend. Perfect. It's right there. Let's see. Another thing I like doing is adding the color to dashboard, so then that differentiates the dashboard, so it makes it pop out compared to the worksheets. And then the last thing we'll do is let's name it. Let's name dashboard. Move this. State. Looking good there. Property assessment. And then this is going to be a dashboard, blue. It's going to be blue text box. homeowners text box. Text table, I should say. Let's add this worksheet in here. The header. Hide the title here. Bring this to the top. Hide the title here. And we just need to align these categories. Now we're looking good. And now this filter will also apply to the text table here. One last thing we'll do is we'll add a title. I'll make this gray here. Make this gray. The subtitles. And we'll make this make this a little bit more. Make this darker. Sticks out. And center this. Then we do want to add a landing page, which gives the viewer context of what this data means. So we can do that easily by, let's see, adding a text, LBI property assessment. We'll add another text of all the information that is in the README. Let me make this a little bit darker. Make this 18. And then we're also add the image. We'll add some images as well. This might be too big. This is a rather large photo. Fit image. There we go. Nice. And then what? Another one too. And we'll fit this. I'll put this at the bottom here. And then we can increase the font. And there you have it. How to create a Tableau dashboard.